Hey, welcome back. It's your coach, Derek. This is the Relationship Gumbo Podcast. I am your host, Derek Jones, your certified relationship coach, your certified emotional intelligence coach, and I'm also your boy. Stand by for 1 second. I think my microphone might not be working properly here. So I'll wait for a couple people to come in real quick because I think testing. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going. And if the microphone isn't working, we will get it. We'll still get it going. So I will be gone for literally 30 seconds to make sure everything is populating where it needs to. And I will be right back.
Okay, everybody wants good love, that's true, I know. Derek Jones about to break it down with the Relationship Gumbo. Welcome to the podcast. Ain't no doubt we all need this, cause better relationships need better ingredients, so if you want better relations, it's about communication, finding love, staying together. We all wanna make it better, yeah. Derek Jones the host, your relationship coach. Thank you all for tuning in. Relationship Gumbo,
Hey, welcome back. Come on in, y'all. Make sure y'all come in. I believe we are live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you are not on YouTube, I need you to subscribe to the YouTube page. And I'm trying to grow my YouTube up to a minimum of 1,000. So we're on the way there. We are on the way there. I just want to make sure that my mic is working. So I'm going to start the show. So let me go ahead and do that. Because it sounds a little weird in my ears here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep talking, and we're going to start the show. Hopefully everybody is feeling amazing. I want to make sure that you are following me on all social media platforms, and you can get there by going to www.relationshipgumbo.info, and you can follow me there. You can see everything that I got going on. We got some exciting things coming up within the next week, so stay tuned. We'll talk about that midway through the show, and we just gonna keep it moving, y'all. We're gonna keep it moving. So, I got one question. Vernice, can you hear me through this microphone? Yes or no? I just need that. I need that clarification because it sounds a little weird on my end. And if not, I'll restart the show. But I think it sounds weird, but it might not sound weird to you. So verify that for me. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, cool. So I'll keep talking. So, this particular show on the Relationship Gumbo Podcast is all about, are you the fixer or are you a fixer in a relationship? Are you the one that's looking for somebody to mold? You looking for somebody to fix? That's your thing. That's your bag. You keep doing it. Even though the results may not work out for you, you still keep doing it. We're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about what could be the issue and what are the motivations behind it. So let's do this. Let me take you on a journey. So when we talk about fixers, and I too used to be one, a lot of us are. We have a lot of hope for people that haven't earned that hope, and we just keep going, right? We love hard. We love deep. We attach even stronger than the love, right? Remember last time we talked about attachment versus alignment, right? That attachment, that need for that attachment is strong, right? And I always tell people, when your need for attachment is that strong, that's the inner child. The inner child is stronger than you, right? I'm going to say that again. Your inner child is stronger than you. And that's when we look at our patterns and we realize that we're going to have to identify that inner child. We're going to have to reparent that inner child and give them the at. We got to give them the at. You're not picking no more, right? So let's talk about what the motivation would be for someone to want to always, I'm saying these words and I'm emphasizing these words on purpose, want to always fix people, right? Now, there are some people that we find and maybe they need some work and we willing to put that work in to help them along so that we can kind of move in a forward direction. That's what I'm not talking about. I'm talking about people who have to find people to fix, right? It's a part of you. You see the best in people, even though they don't reciprocate it for you. And you keep going and you can't stop yourself. And you get hurt. And you keep going. And you can't stop yourself. So now we got to talk about things that possibly need to be healed, worked on, because you're going to keep running around that hamster wheel indefinitely until something happens, and hopefully you check yourself. But a lot of people, even that check will never happen, right? We're going to talk about that. So what would be the possible motivations behind wanting to change another human being? So let's talk about that. Let's get underneath the hood, right? Underneath the hood, we have to look at ourselves, right? We talk about this on my show quite a bit. We have to look at ourselves and our motivations. And when we're looking to change another human being, like we're not even really talking about like the little stuff, like, oh, I don't like the way the person dressed. Let me teach them how to dress. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about things that you would want to do to change their character. You want to change the character of another human being, right? Now, why would you want to do this? Let's talk about the why. For a lot of us, we have so many issues and so much trauma that we have not touched that we need, pay attention to what I'm about to say, we need to find someone to mold or fix to wrap around our trauma because we're not working on it. But here's the kicker. When they don't conform to your needs, you get mad at them. Now you get mad at them for not conforming to your traumatic self. And you keep going. And you get mad. But here's the other thing, right? I'm going down a rabbit hole, y'all. A lot of people who thrive on fixing others from a traumatic place will most often find people who are also traumatized that are willing to bow down to it. Pay attention to what I said. You will end up with people that even if initially they will bow down to your requests because they too have a childhood wound. And sometimes they also have an abandonment wound. Are we going there? You may have an abandonment wound and you don't want the person to leave you, right? You meet them first day, first week. You're like, I got him. I got her. I found a person. But I need for them to change a little bit about who they are so that I feel more comfortable. So your need to mold them becomes the most important thing for you. Why? Because if I can mold this one that's right in front of me, I don't have to look anywhere else. I won't be by myself anymore. I see these other attributes about them that I like. We're just going to shoehorn the rest of it in and fit it to me so that I feel safe. But are you really safe when that safety is predicated and born out of your need to make your trauma feel better? Think about it. You're going to get pissed off. You're going to make the person do things so that you can feel better, right? Another type of person that fixes is that you'll go in and take in a project. You want to fix that person. You want to mold them into something that's more palatable for you. You think you're doing it for them. Pay attention. You think that you're doing it for them, but it is a selfish act on your part because you will continue to try to help and fix them so that you can feel better, so that you can feel validated. Let me tell you something. A lot of people who fix people are looking to be validated by the win. I changed their life. And the whole time that you're changing their life, you're not getting anything back. Now, the reason why this happens is because while you are doing all of these things to help them, you're being validated. So you're not looking for reciprocity because the validation soothes your trauma. The validation that you get from fixing someone soothes your trauma. So you don't look for the reciprocity that we all should be looking for as a qualifier when we date people because you feel good. Remember, I'm going to talk about this in perpetuity. Remember, I talked about people who just want to date to feel good? Yes, you're one of them too if you're a fixer. Fixing feels good. Finding a bird with a broken wing and helping nurse that wing back to health feels good. So you too are dating just to feel good. See, a lot of y'all didn't know y'all still fit that same category, did you? You're still dating just to feel good too. Which means what, ladies and gentlemen? That means the boundaries are also weak. That means the standards and everything else. It's like jelly. You don't stand firm on jelly. You shake. Right? See, the fixer mentality, right? And a lot of empaths have this same trait, right? It is so common that we think that this is a badge of honor that we wear. I just heard somebody on the live, I can't remember, within the past 2 days that said, she said she just loves hard and that's just who she is. She just loves quick and she loves hard. And I was like, we got to stop owning these things that always end up in hurt, right? Because you remember, guys, here and I have workshops to teach you how to recognize this stuff. We always focus on language, right? When someone says, I fall hard every time I find someone I like, and I fall fast, and that's just who I am, what they're really saying is they have no boundaries. And they act like it's cool. But they're still complaining about how the people treated them, that they had no qualifying stuff for the person to even be in proximity to them. Because you love hard and you love fast and you want to fix them and you want to see the best in them, right? It's an honorable trait to have, just not when dating, not when you first meet somebody, right? They got to earn that. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. They got to earn that. So you're going to walk around falling for everybody and not yourself. I need y'all to catch this. You're walking around falling for everyone, falling in love with everyone but you. Because you don't have enough love in yourself to hold back. There's a deficiency somewhere. It's in the talking points. I can't stop myself from falling hard for people. She didn't say, and people don't say, I couldn't stop myself from falling hard for Johnny. They said, this is just who I am. You got to listen to the words. That means they will continue to keep meeting people to fall in love with. This is a wound. You can't stop yourself. And it's not just for one person or two people. It is a character trait that has been grown and born out of trauma. That's why you can't stop yourself, because you need it to make yourself feel good until you don't. And then you have to go back outside and get more of the drug. You don't have a choice, right? Until you recognize it and work on it. What are you going to do? Sit at home and be miserable? No, I got to go outside and find somebody to love me real fast so I can feel better. I get it, right? A little part of me used to do that too. So I understand you. However, it does not, and I repeat, it does not end well when you are only dating to feel good. So when you are, here's a second part to this, right? When you are out to fix people, when you are out to change people's very character and mannerisms and everything else to fit you, right? Then once you do it, there comes a set of expectations that comes with the fix that you're doing, right? They got to stay like that. They can't go back to who they were. They got to be who you created, who you helped, who you fixed. They got to act like it, behave like it, be like it. You want to change someone's character overnight and get mad at them that they not staying in character. Let's do this real quick. You want them to act. Pay attention to the words I'm emphasizing. You want them to act like a character that fits you better, even though it's not innately who they are, and get mad at them for not continuing to play the role indefinitely. It sounds crazy, right? You want to change a person's character and get mad at them when they don't stay in it. But you the good one, right? That's what we think. Let's breathe for literally like a second. Like, you're supposed to be the good one. But are you? I didn't say bad. But is it good? That you out looking for people to change? That's your thing? Now we riding the line between hero and villain, right? Who defines it? Right? And you can do a whole lot of nice things. And still the act of it is so selfish that we can't really call it good. We had to go back and look at some of the things we need to heal from. Are we going to keep doing this to people? And then a lot of times you're going to find people that are highly toxic, and then y'all both going to collide all the time. And guess what you're not going to do? Leave. Why? Because you're getting validated by the fact that you keep trying to help this person, that you keep trying to change them. You need to keep doing it. So you're going to stay. And both of y'all are going to be tortured. It's ugly, isn't it? The expectations that you put on that person are highly unrealistic because it's not them. And here's the kicker. Yes, we have lots of kickers tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They showed up as their organic self. So when they bob and weave in and out of this character that you tried to mold them into to revert back to who they really are, and you get mad at them, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Because technically they never changed. They just pacified you for the moment. Breathe. We do this to ourselves. Some of us will try to fix and mold a person that we know is toxic. Then they end up abusing us in some way, whether it's verbally, emotionally, physically, whatever it is. And then we say, this bad person hurt me, and I did everything that I was supposed to do. I was good to them, and they hurt me. Right? And like I always say on my show, I do not victim blame. But that part of you that tried to change that abusive person, knowing that they were abusive, we got to figure out why. Not why, but why do you keep doing it? There's something in you. It's the inner child. It is the inner child, y'all. If most things don't go back to that. I don't know. Like it's crazy how strong that thing is. Like I literally, and a lot of us have been through this, right? We will say things out of our mouths like, I can't stop. I can't leave. I just can't. I know I should, but I can't. Right? Just like how we tell our kids, can't. We don't say that. Can't means impossible. That's not true, right? We're grown adults who have inner children inside of us that are stronger than us. And they will fight tooth and nail to make sure you stay in that environment because it's familiar to them. So what I do here at Relationship Gumbo Coaching is I help you build your strength so you can give that little kid the little slap on the hand, be like, wait, I got it now. I know you've been through some things, but I got you. If we don't get ourselves to that point, we will continue to hurt ourselves over and over and over and over again until we become a person who normalizes the behavior and thinks it's okay. Or you will say things like, dating doesn't work for me and I hate it and I'm just never going to meet anyone ever again. You really only have those two choices. There's probably a third one that I'm thinking about. If anybody in the comments could tell me what the third one is. Either you're going to keep staying in toxic environments or you're going to just choose not to date as a solution. But you're not going to heal in either scenario. Right? So a big part of how you move from this behavior is really accepting the fact and accepting people for who they are, right? And also accepting you for who you are. So the awareness of who you are becomes your banner that you wave, right? I'm this person. I've worked on myself. This is who I am. And I'm going to find somebody who can work with me, but I don't want to change you. We can do a few modifications, but we're not going to change you. You know what y'all do? A lot of times you'll try to let's say, let me think of a car that y'all. So let's say you had a Honda Accord, right? You could put new tires on it and it's still a Honda Accord, right? Y'all be trying to turn a Honda Accord into a Toyota and think it's cute. Like it's not. Like it's a Honda. You're going to have to find you a Toyota if that's what you want, but you won't do that. Why? Because the Honda's parked right outside your house. It's convenient. It's right there. You ain't got to look for the Honda. It's right there on your street. Let me try to make this into what I want instead of going after the thing that you know fits you the best. Right? It's weird, right? We're all for doing slight modifications, but you want to change the whole make and model of the car. It's not even recognizable as a Honda anymore, right? What is it? Some kind of Frankenstein car that don't make any sense. Y'all dating Frankenstein. It's a whole amalgamation of pieces that don't even belong together. It's not them anymore. Frankenstein ain't even cute, y'all. Somebody put a smiley face or something in the comments that you can hear me through this microphone just to verify. This show isn't going to be as long as the rest because we got a lot of things going on this side. So you have to, hold on one second. You have to, okay, cool. Thank you. You have to heal, right? It's one of the tenets that's a part of my whole platform. We got to heal ourselves, heal the inner child, and move accordingly. Because looking for people to fix is a problem. Ending up with someone that might have some issues that they need to work on, we give grace on that. But looking for people to mold into what you want because you have trauma, that's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. The other thing that we have to take into consideration is as part of the healing journey, what I do here in my workshops is we talk about looking at your past relationships and identifying the patterns, right? So if, let's say, you don't know that you're this type of person, right? You're unaware. Those patterns will tell you that you always look for people to fix. Those patterns will tell you that you're always trying to help and mold and change, right? And once you identify those patterns, now you have kind of like the place where you need to start to heal, right? That's a little teaser for the how to start your healing journey workshop, right? That all of y'all already have watched because you went to the website and you went to the workshop section. So we're not gonna address that slight promo to you guys that's on here tonight because everybody been there, right? So we have to look at our behavior. And a lot of times we don't look at our behavior because we're so hell-bent on just being outside and just being in somebody's face. Right? Now, I always talk about empaths, right? Let's talk about empaths for like a minute or two. Empaths, most of us fall into this category, whether we like to think of it or not, right? We're always trying to fix and look for the best in people. As we say, we love hard and we love deeply and we have so much empathy for people's situations. We want to help them out. And they done told us about let me tell y'all, this is what we deal with. They'll tell you how messed up their exes were and how they was treated. And then you, man or woman, will want to be the savior. I will never treat you like that. I'm going to show you that I'm going to be the best thing that you ever had because I don't ever want you to hurt like that again. We're taking on a lot of responsibility and you just talked to somebody on the phone one time. Right? You don't want them to feel like they felt hurt before, so you're going to be the one to show them better. See, in that dialogue, there's nothing about what you're going to get. Because you ain't going to get it. Because you've taken on a mission to be a superhero to one person. See, most of the time, the superhero isn't going to save another superhero. They're going to save somebody that's helpless. So you can't get back what you give. It's impossible. They're not a superhero. All they can say is thank you. Oh, I need for y'all to catch that. When you become the superhero, the victim, the person that you're trying to save can never give you back because you're not finding people that align with you. You're only looking for people to save. Breathe. You're only looking for people to save. So you can't. It's impossible. And here's the thing. As broken as we are, as unhealed as we are, we have the audacity to think that we could be that for somebody else. Right? We think with our unhealed, broken self that we can go fix somebody else. Again, worrying about us last. Dead last. Don't we think about us? We put ourselves last on the plate, even in our regular everyday lives when we don't even have a significant other. And then when we get a significant other, we don't get a breather. We find somebody else to put on top of. Well, let me not say that because y'all minds be all over the place. I was going to say somebody else to put on top of us, but no, somebody else to prioritize ahead of us because I know y'all just don't. I know y'all. It's weird, right? Like I'm sitting here thinking about it. We live our lives putting ourselves last, and then we meet somebody that we want to put above us on day one so that we can still stay last. It's a pattern. They're not even leveling you out. You're doing the most for them too. So it's like them, your mama, your kid, right? Everybody gets all of you except for you, right? And because you have built this pattern of doing this, you have to find somebody to fix. Because if you find somebody that's equally yoked, it's scary now. So then you self-sabotage it because it's too good. You need to find somebody broken. Think about that, y'all. Even when you find a healed person, it's still scary to you. You don't even want it. It's not familiar enough. And then people are asking why, what do they need a coach or a therapist for? You can't stop yourself. You got to be curious about the why, y'all. Because you done healed about 15 different broken wings in your life. Same results. And I always say here, your results are your receipts. So if you ever needed to look at why you need to heal, look at your results. That's why. Whatever you've been doing ain't working. So you're going to need another pair of eyes to see it. Right? So the lesson here is, if you're a fixer, this is your history. This is your pattern. You like to mold people into the image that you want them to be. You're trying to fix them and help them and do all of these things. If that's your pattern, you need coaching. Like yesterday, even if it's not from me. Because as much as I want it to be me, I want you to be healed and helped more than I need it from you per se. Like if you find somebody you connect with, please go there. I will hold your hand and walk you over there. But please get the help. Because right? I'm going to say something I always say. If you are this person that's looking to change everybody, you the P in the dating pool too. So now you can't even complain because you're talking about yourself. Yep, I said it. You want to change a whole human being for your own personal selfish reasons. You are the P. It's a hard pill to swallow. Because innately, you're a good person. Also the P. Right? And so now we got to look at, okay, Coach Derek, I am a fixer. How do I work on not being so aggressive with it? You're going to have to look at yourself in a way that you never have before. And a lot of these things I teach here through workshops and through lives and all these other things to help you understand that I have a path to help you there. But you got to take the first step, because that inner child is a pesky little rascal. You're going to have to fight tooth and nail to get your control back. Right? Y'all ever seen the cartoons or the shows where the where the person would hold their hand out and they would put it on the person's forehead and they be underneath them sweating like this? It's your inner child is holding you like that on your forehead. And you like, I'm just trying to fight you, but I can't hit you. I can't grab you. because you reach it here instead of here, right? We got to get we got to outsmart them a little bit. We got to let them know that we see them. And there's going to be somebody who watches this that's like, I don't want you talking about an imaginary person. It's not imaginary. It's a part of who you are. It's real. You know how I can tell you and prove to you it's real? Look at the last person that hurt you. Then we going to break that whole thing down like a fraction. That inner child is in there. You know how I can also tell people that have issues with their inner child? Is when they say things like, I can't leave. I don't know why I keep picking these type of people. It's a true statement. You don't know why. Isn't that crazy? You really don't know why. Because you have not recognized that your subconscious is running you. That's why they call it subconscious, because you don't know. And I'm here to tell you that there is a path and a way for you to learn about your inner child so that you do. Once you do know, it changes your life that day. If I had $1 for every person that said, I can't leave, I can't stop picking this way, it's just who I am, I'd be rich. I wouldn't even have to be a coach. But the short answer is you can, with help, with guidance. You can figure this out so that you move differently. Because what I do here is not just telling you what to do. This is changing your life. It's life-changing when you can see the hits coming. So you can dodge them and keep moving forward. See, here at Relationship Gumbo Coaching, we're about forward progress. Even if you take a couple steps back, you have somebody here, you have a community here that we're building that can help you along. Right? So think about this, because I'm segueing out of the topic now. And if anybody has any questions or comments about this topic, please type them in the comments, and I'll get to them as I can. So when I say we're trying to grow a community, I will be starting Coach Derek's Healing Hub very soon here. And I will be having a paid group, kind of like group coaching group that will launch on May 1st. But I'll start letting you guys have a sneak peek of the free section probably within the next, I would say about Thursday. Give me tomorrow to finish the last pieces of the design. And then I'll let you guys, what do they say to little kids? Let you have a field day with it. And I'm going to need you guys to help populate that thing. So you're going to hear me talking about it a lot. Actually, I do have a graphic for it here because I have toys. We going to be doing this thing full force next week. Like I said, I'll let you guys in probably on Thursday to the free section, and the paid section opens up on May 1st. So get ready, because there's a lot, and when I say a lot, of value and accountability that's going to be in there. Because some of y'all done took all my workshops, and y'all still need to have somebody that keep you accountable as you transition from unhealed to healed. You're still going to need some accountability along the way, because it's tough, right? So I get that. So I got you. Stay tuned. When I tell y'all this space that I'm building out for you guys is going to be something that's going to change how you look at even just healing, because you don't have to do it by yourself. You're going to see a community of people that's going through the same things you're going through. Even after you've made the transition into a more healed person, you're still human. Life still happens. A lot of us still in survival mode, doing all kind of stuff. Life is lifing, right? So sometimes you're going to need to come somewhere that's a safe space, that doesn't have a lot of clutter like some of these social media apps, so you can rest easy and chill with the people that are healing with you, along with you. So it's very important to me that most of us, anybody who comes across my path that's willing to do the work, we got to get to this healing. It's imperative. When you heal, people will notice. When those people notice, someone along your path is going to want to be inspired to also heal. This is how we change our community. This is how we change the dating pool that y'all hate so much. Right? We got to start somewhere. We got to start small to get big, right? So when I do launch the healing hub, I need all hands on deck. I need for y'all to get into that free space and go off. Post, ask questions, because y'all have questions. You might not type them in here tonight, but y'all have questions. Post it to the group and get people's opinions that are honest, and it's not just me being a talking head all the time, right? So stay tuned. More posts and informations will come in the coming days, starting tomorrow. And just stay tuned. So when I tell you to go, you know what buttons to push, and y'all can get in there and rock out with me and get this healing thing going. If it's already going, let's keep the engine running, right? I'm here for you. If you have any questions, you can message me on whatever social media app you found me on, or you can go to relationshipgumbo.info. There's a contact page there, and say, hey, I need help. And I'll point you in a direction once we have a small dialogue. So big things coming. Stay tuned. I'm going to wrap this one up. Y'all have an amazing rest of your night. I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another amazing show. Let me switch back to the main screen here. And if you have any suggestions and things you want to see that you haven't seen from me, please inbox me and let me know. And I'll see if it fits the brand. You're going to see me in a lot of other spaces in the weeks to come. So just follow me, especially on TikTok, because I'll be on different panels and doing different podcast episodes with other people. So we're getting ready to start growing, and I want you guys to grow with me. I want you to grow with Relationship Gumbo. I want your healing journeys to continue if you have started on them. And if you haven't, I need you to get on board and get on this journey with us, because we're not stopping. So I'll see you guys next week. You guys have an amazing rest of your night. And I'll see you around these internet streets. Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody wants good love, that's true, I know. Derrick Jones about to break it down with the Relationship Gumbo. Welcome to the podcast. Ain't no doubt we all need this, ayy, cause better relationships need better ingredients, ayy. So if you want better relations, it's about communication, finding love, staying together. We all wanna make it better, yeah. Derrick Jones the host, your relationship coach.